Is this the greatest feat ever accomplished in climbing?
Oh, I think yes.
Hello, beautiful folks on the internet. Welcome to Lunatic Earth.
Take a second and imagine holding onto small rock textures and standing on tiny edges, thousands of feet high, no ropes, no harness. One false move, one slip, and it's over. That's what makes free soloing different than any other form of climbing. Free soloing is about controlling every inch of the body and being calm no matter what happens. Even a sneeze is enough to make a climber lose his grip and fall to death. It is so dangerous that only about 1% of the total climbers consider doing it. Out of that, the very best in the game is Alex Honnold.
I think everybody who has made free soloing a big part of their life is dead now.
Alex Honnold is known in the world of rock climbing for pushing limits that no other climber ever thought was possible. Take a look at this clip as Alex is confidently climbing a 3,000 feet steep mountain with a big smile on his face. Some people might call him a thrill seeker or a daredevil who just loves to put his life on the line. But this feat was only possible for Alex after dedicating his life for more than 20 years towards climbing. Alex was raised in Sacramento, California and started to climb in the gym when he was 5. After nearly a decade of climbing mostly indoors, he made his transition to the outdoors. In his teens, Alex was obsessed with climbing magazines and got inspired by this picture of Peter Croft, which sparked his interest in free soloing. So he dropped out of his college, stole his mom's van and left his house to live his dream. Alex spent the next 10 years living in his van, traveling across the states in search of adventurous climbing spots. By far, his favorite destination for climbing is Yosemite National Park. The Yosemite National Park is the center attraction for rock climbers around the world. It has some of the most striking rock formations that exist on this planet. Here, Alex set out his first ever free solo on an 800-foot wall. He was just 22 and soon realized he was better than any average climber. A year after, in the spring of 2008, Alex scaled the 1200 feet Moonlight Buttress and shocked the climbing community as it is supposed to be one of the hardest sandstone climbs in the world. Over time, Alex got more comfortable climbing without a rope and gradually started to take on bigger and more challenging heights like the Half Dome. For most climbers, climbing Half Dome in a day or two with all the equipment is considered fantastic. Alex did it in just 3 hours with no equipment. This ascent gained him mainstream recognition and secured his place in the history as a climbing legend. But his greatest accomplishment was yet to come. The El Capitan, a sheer rock face of granite, stands about 3,200 feet high and a mile wide. It was first climbed by Warren Harding and his friends in 1958, and since then it has been the center of rock climbing universe. Every year, thousands of climbing freaks attempt to climb the El Capitan, but no one ever dared to do it without a rope. Just to put that in perspective, let's take the Burj Khalifa and add a Statue of Liberty on top of it. That's how huge the El Cap is. The idea of free soloing a wall of this size with nothing but shoes and a chalk back seemed impossible, even for Alex, who has done more than 1,000 free solos in his career. Alex knew there was no margin of error and spent almost 2 years practicing on the El Capitan, with all the safety, memorizing the path with even every handhold and foothold mapped in his head. And after 8 years of a dream, Alex made his final call. It was time to free solo El Capitan. June 3rd, 2017, cameras were rolling as Alex started his climb early before sunrise. Following one vertical crack to another, Alex kept moving fast on the freerider route. The freerider is divided into 33 pitches, although Alex was concerned the most about these 5 crucial sections of the climb: the Free Blast, Hollow Flake, Monster Off-Width, the Boulder Problem, and the Enduro Corner. The Free Blast slab is 200 feet off the ground, it's sleek granite and nothing to hold on. Alex had to trust the friction of his shoes and push himself up. After 50 minutes of constant climbing, Alex was at 1,000 feet. Now he had to down climb 200 feet and then up again towards the Hollow Flake. From there, he had to follow a single vertical crack for the next 600 feet and proceed towards the Monster Off-Width, where he could fit half of his body into the opening of the cliff and move slowly towards the most difficult part of the whole route, which was called the Boulder Problem. It's about 2,000 feet off the ground and consisted of the hardest physical moves on the whole route, with long pulls between poor handholds and slippery feet. Alex executed this part with ease and carried himself with smooth precision. Now comes the Enduro Corner. It is one of the longest pitch on the whole route with no resting points. Most climbers take about an hour to climb this section, as its corners are rounded, which makes it very difficult to hold. Alex did it in less than 10 minutes and made it through all the major technical difficulties. He persisted in the final few pitches with pure excellence and reached the summit after 3 hours and 56 minutes of glorious climbing. Alex not only inspires a generation of climbers, but he's also a living proof of how extraordinary the human race is. He displayed self-belief and consistency can make anything possible.
So delighted. What a journey. Yeah.
Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you had a great time. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe. Till then,
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Alright, so what's next? What are you gonna do, Al?
I'm probably gonna hangboard.
You're gonna hangboard? A normal person would probably take the afternoon off.